One? Am I a potato? Let me know. Don't know if I am or not. So, what's going on, guys? It's Isaac. Today, I am doing a live video, mainly because I had some trouble with my, editing. Well, okay. I was editing a video. Hey, Charles, say hey.
Hey, how's it going? I just got your notification that you're live.
Oh, really?
That was a weird, I clicked on it, that was a weird time warp. I heard, broke the internet.
All right, Diesel says hi. Oh man, I got a bunch of people up here.
Sweet.
All right, Patrick, let me see if I can get to the first ones. Got Diesel, GNS Fishing, Yell Nats 101,
Hey.
Jamie Rushing. What's up? What's up?
Lola wants to say hello.
Huh? Well, she ain't doing nothing. There we go. Let's hear that cam in her. Charles is heading to lunch here, like right now. Not gonna have lunch with me. I'm gonna stay with y'all and do some talking while he's off at lunch.
Oh.
Say, her name's Lola?
Yeah, Lola.
Come on, crank up. Keep running. Keep running. There we go. Don't blow her up, man.
No, you gotta let the oil get everywhere.
Yeah. So, what's going on today is I was editing my video not last night, but the night before. And a funny thing happened. I thought I'd clean out my computer. And I'm not very techy. Well, I lost two videos. Later, buddy. That's Lola. So what happened was I was cleaning out with my computer, and I failed to realize that you've got to upload your videos to MP4 and save it to your computer before eliminating all the footage, and I lost 2 weeks worth of videos. So today is a live stream. I was going to answer some questions. There goes Charles. Later, Charles. Excuse me. Now, the video that I did that I lost was my 1990 5.0 Mustang Fox body. Are y'all still there? I guess y'all are still there. Yeah, we're still good. And the video that I lost, I finished putting the intake together. Let y'all know, I don't think I found the bolt. The funny thing was, I found a bolt, but it was more likely a valve cover bolt in the pan. Wasn't even the bolt that I dropped. I'm sure of it. So the bolt's still in there. But there's so much sludge in the bottom of the pan, I don't think that bolt is going to be going anywhere for now. Another thing that happened, I took the drain plug out because I was going to put the bore scope inside the drain of the pan. And when I took the drain plug out, I think I got about a quart of water out of the oil pan of that Mustang. So, I mean, I was told that that engine might not be any good. So I didn't care that I was busting the lifters out of it. I didn't have a whole set anyways, because 2 of them had already been busted out. So there was only 7 cylinders left of those lifters, and I think those lifters were only like, I looked it up, they were less than $200 for the set. So it's not like I could take them out and sell them. So no, I wasn't going to pull the head off the 5-liter engine that's in that Mustang, the heads, because I would have had to buy the gaskets. I would have done all that work and found out that it was a smoky, knocky engine. So I did it the most janky way. possible, and well, it runs, and it runs pretty good. So what I'm going to wind up doing is finish buttoning it up, and I'll drive it next time I'm home. I'll drive it to my old job, and I'm going to pull. Yeah, today we've been. Can I flip this thing around? John's truck. How do I flip it around? There it is. So there's John's truck. I'm gonna try walking in the garage so y'all can kind of get a little bit of a look of it. I might lose y'all. If I see y'all's comments go away, I will come out of the garage. So here's the truck. Let's look. Yep. I knew I would lose y'all whenever I did that. So I'm gonna head over to the house where there's some good Wi-Fi, and I'm gonna be hanging out with y'all for, I don't know, a few minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. So closing up the shop and heading into the house so we can have better reception. So yeah, we need to get some Wi-Fi in that garage because there's some really cool projects I would love to show y'all, but I can't because there's no signal. So anyways, back to the Mustang, the 5.0 Mustang that I'm working on. I think that car is going to make a really cool, like, daily. I mean, you just don't see Fox bodies around, driving around much anymore. So, all right, we should be good on the Wi-Fi. Oh, so yeah, what's up, skinnies? Matthew, do I have any Fiat Spiders? Yes, I have 2 of them. So the goal is to make that Mustang like a daily, because I think it'll be pretty cool. I've never really been, y'all don't hate me, I've never really been a Ford guy, but in my older age, I don't care anymore. If it's cool, I want it. So, anybody got any questions? Let's start with some questions. Oh, Bob's Barn wants to know what kind of music John plays. John plays a little bit of everything. He's actually a really good musician. And he can play pretty much anything. John Garden wants to know how many cars I have. John counted up. He's got about 100. I've got about 100 of them. Auntie Wahar, I'm sorry, man. I can't say your last name. He wants to know about the Bombardier go-kart. We should be getting started on the Bombardier again. See, the problem with the Bombardier go-kart, the 2-stroke, the 670, 125 horsepower go-kart we were building, that go-kart is in my shop 3 hours away from here. So that's why we haven't been doing much with that cart, but we've been talking about it lately, and we will be getting back on that. Brennan wants me. I have never owned a first generation Dakota. In fact, I haven't owned any Dakotas. The only Chryslers I've ever owned was I had a 69 Roadrunner, and I had a 74 Dodge truck, long bed. That's the only Dodges I've ever had. So, Ashley wants to know if I ever owned a Ford Maverick. No, but I would. Those things are pretty cool. Um, Lily wants to know 100 cars, everything is running. Absolutely not. No, I will say out of the 100 cars that I have, I probably have 40, maybe 50 running. Like when I say running, I'm talking about like, throw a battery in it, spend about 30 minutes playing around with it and get it running. To me, that's running. So I have between 40 and 50. So, man, that's a random question. John Frostbite wants to know, have I ever eaten a possum? No, I haven't. Are they good? I just saw a video the other day, muskrat. I've got a bunch of muskrat out at my river house, and I know they tear up the yards, and I'm like, how do I get rid of them? Well, apparently they taste pretty good. So I sent a couple of my friends the video on YouTube about the muskrat, and one of them definitely was like, So Eric wants to know about Cadillac North Star vehicles. Never owned any of those. John Smith wants to know my favorite European car. The favorite one that I own is going to be my 71 Volvo P1800 ES or whatever it is. That's my favorite one that I own. The second one is probably my Mercedes 75 Mercedes 240D that I acquired from my old boss. So JJ Carlisle wants to know about another cooking video. Well, funny thing you said, we have another cooking video coming up on Cars and Cameras that actually we're gonna kind of a commercial thing, but it'll be cool because it'll be all right. Just watch Cars and Cameras. Is the Durango still here? Yes, it is, and it still runs. Ray, I was just out at the shop, but unfortunately we didn't have good enough reception for me to stay out there. The shop is coming along. There's electricity in it now, but we're waiting on lights, heating and air conditioning and all that stuff. Ashley, Bell, that's a good question. My arm is doing okay. Let me see if I can set up the phone. Oh, Matthew, thanks. Gave me some money. Thank you. Let me see if I can try to show y'all. All right. So my arm is still, no one believes me. Like, there's the incision where they put my things back together. I can reach over my head pretty good, but about this point, it's pretty painful. Still pretty weak. I can probably only lift like 5 pounds, maybe a little bit more in front of me. This motion coming over is still pretty tight and painful, but other than that, I'm doing a lot better than a lot of my other friends that have had like similar surgeries. So the arm has come along pretty good. It's been, let me see. So it's been like 6 or 7 months since I've had the surgery. So it's coming along pretty good. The doctor said at least a year before my shoulder is perfect. So they seem to think that I'm gonna make a full recovery, except for my last visit. My last visit, they weren't happy with what I've got, which was very discouraging. But I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. So the shoulder's coming along pretty good. The race in Texas, you know, I kind of felt it afterwards. I don't think I set myself back any doing that race, but you know, I felt it. So that's how my shoulder's doing. So John Wave, John Wavne. Thank you for your contribution, sir. Ever thought about using a paramotor engine on a cart? 80cc, 14 horsepower. I'm going to have to look that up, man. Let me see if I can. Well, paramotor engine. I'm going to have to look that up, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. Road Life, thank you very much. Appreciate your contribution. Let me get to more. Have you ever thought about putting a turbo on any? Oh gosh, any mini projects? We did a drift trike once, and we had a turbo on it, and it actually worked out pretty good. Matthew's asking how my Mustang is doing. It is doing great. One, I don't think I found the bolt in the pan. I did find a valve cover bolt in there. I mean, it's possible that's what dropped down the hole, but I think that it was a bigger bolt, and I just so happened to find a bolt. So anyhow, it's running great. The engine's running great. So it'll be fine. Neckbone, two-man go-kart. We're discussing something close to that. You're going to have a pretty interesting video coming up, I believe. Owen wants to know if I've ever had a Cherokee. Yes, I had. I had a 98 Cherokee Sport with a 4-liter in it. It was awesome. Michael wants to know if I thought about using my 61 GMC as a go-kart hauler. Thought about it. Maybe one day. John Smith wants to know about two-stroke Rotax engine on a project. We have in the works a 670 Rotax on a go-kart. So it's 125 horsepower. We just got to finish it. So Troy, let me see. Hey Ike, I wanted to put some of that ZDDP additive in my Tillotson 212. I use full synthetic oil right now. Should I still use full synthetic with the additive or use conventional? I think you're fine just adding a little bit of that ZDDP with that synthetic. No, Brooks, I did not get a message about that. I'll have to look. I haven't, if you emailed me or whatever, I check my email about like once a month, maybe, if even. So I'll look into that. Charles, appreciate you showing up, man. Charles Sexton. Chad Smith wants to know if I have plans for the Chevelle. Which one? The 71 or the 69? Yes, on both. Kenny, wants to know about the Honduki, if I'm going to work on it. I'd like to. R&B wants to know what was the first vehicle I ever purchased. The first vehicle I've ever purchased. You know, I think my very first vehicle I ever purchased myself personally with my own money, I think it was a 1958 Chevy Biscayne, which I no longer have. I wish I kept it, but you know, my dad told me I didn't need the car, and he worked on me for months saying that I didn't need that car, and finally one day I listened and sold the car. And since then, years later, he was like, man, you should have never sold that 58 Chevy. And I'm just like, yeah. Eric wants to know about the Chevette with the V6 that I'm going to do. it's still on hold, but yeah, I still plan on doing it. It's a little hard for me to work on it whenever I'm 3 hours away from home. So yeah. Brian wants to know what the oldest car I've ever owned. I've got a 1929 Model A in the garage that uh, uh, it's never run yet, but 29 Ford. Brett, just my father. My mother's not. Nate wants to know about the Model A. Is it still around? Yes, it is. I have 3 of them. Matthew, thank you for your contribution. Uh, any plans on bringing back Pugly? Yeah, Pugly's still around. It. We have a Subaru on it right now, but yeah, I think we need to bring it back and do a different engine on there. So yeah, Griff 420 Blazer. I don't play guitar. John does. He's really good at guitar. I am not, unfortunately. So Joshy Doy wants to know about my vacation. Was it good? It was awesome. I went to Honduras scuba diving, and I had an absolute blast. I would definitely think about going again. I went scuba diving. I had 19 dives. I think I had 19 dives that vacation. It was good. So, let me see. Other questions? Oh, sorry, Brett. Jason says I should put an LS in the Chevette. Yeah, I should. I should definitely do that. Brennan wants to know where the rug mower is. It's in my garage. About time I need to play around with it some more. Let me see. Any more questions, guys? Ronan, thank you from South Africa. Loves my videos. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let me see. What is my favorite car I currently own? Probably my favorite car that I currently own. You know, I'm probably going to give you a different answer like every time. It just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. I absolutely love my 75 Mercedes 240D. I love my 71 Blazer, K5 Blazer. I love my 66 Chevy truck. I love my 75 Nova. I love my 65 Mustang Fastback. Yeah, it's just Jerry, I don't play guitar. John does. Snizzy Town wants to know how the Biscayne is going. I'm waiting on parts. In fact, you know what? Thank you for reminding me. I'm going to call today once I get off of the when I get off of this live stream. I'm going to give them a call and see if the parts have come in or not. So thank you for reminding me. Bat wants to know, did I ever get the bolt that dropped in the Mustang engine? I'm pretty sure I didn't. Donald, thank you for your contribution. Donald, no, I can't sell the Blazer, man. That thing is epic. Okay, so the Mustang again, the 50 or 50, 60. It's not a 60 either. 90 Mustang 50 that I'm working on. The bolt that I dropped down the distributor, I actually fished around for about 4 hours with magnet. I dropped the bolts to the oil pan, drained the oil out of it, plus about a quart of water. There was a quart of water in the oil, so which just confirms that that engine, you know, is not like the best engine. I was pretty sure that it was not going to run at all. It was going to smoke or knock or whatever. But I did wind up getting it together with probably the intake bolt in there. I pulled a bolt out of the pan, but I don't think it was the one that I personally dropped down in there. But anyhow, the Mustang is running fantastic, guys. Runs like a top. And uh yeah, my plan is to, after I get it running, I'm going to take it to my old shop and drop the subframe on it so I can drop the pan down and clean out all the sludge that I found in the pan, and hopefully I'll find the bolt. So I'm pretty sure the bolt is still in there, and it's probably embedded in that sludge that's in the bottom of the pan. Uh, Willing participant, it should be in my description of, my YouTube channel. It should be in there. Hello, Adrius. Man, I can't say your last name. Hello from Germany. What is your opinion about the BMW E39? I mean, they're cool. I mean, I like BMWs. I've got a E36 that I love, and yeah. I mean, I worked on a lot of BMWs. They're okay as long as you got to keep the maintenance up, which that's pretty much on every car. Keep the maintenance up. Whatever you have, they normally last a long time. Here, on newer stuff. What other questions? Now, y'all have about 3 more minutes, and I'm gonna let y'all go. So, yes, Aaron, I need to move the Chevette project up. That's Caleb builds. What's your favorite welder for go-kart fab? I have a Millermatic 212. Love it. The Lincoln 210 is pretty good too. So those are pretty good ones. Drew, I have mentioned that we need patches, but I mean, we hadn't gotten any yet. Let me see. Charles wants to know about the Murray off-road cart. It should make another return because we still have it. So, yeah, it'll make a return. Manic Mechanic, what happened to the M715? I still have the M715. I still drive it. So I love that truck. It's a great truck. Thank you, Granddad. I love it. So, let me see. James Perry wants to know about what's your thought about Jeep Liberty? I hate my '07. I am not fond of Jeep Liberties. I've had friends that had 2 Jeep Liberties, and they were both like garbage. That's 2 out of all the ones that my friends have. I don't recommend a Jeep Liberty. Kill and rebuild. Hey y'all, gotta bring back the drag rail and maybe the Black Widow. Guess what? We got some parts in today for the drag rail, so there should be a drag rail video coming up soon on Cars and Cameras. Rush Motorsport. That is a weird. Who would win in a fight between me, John, Charles, and a bear? Of course, the bear's gonna win. Definitely. Don't mess around with a bear. Junkyard Dog wants to know when the next Cars and Cameras live is. I don't know. Need to talk about it. Jordan wants to know about 73 Wagoneers. Man, the Wagoneers are awesome. I don't like the Quadra-Tracks, the all-wheel drive all the time. But the Wagoneers are awesome. I've got a 69 model. Mr. Mad Mike. Oh, 427. Okay. Took me a minute. Is the drag rail still bent? Yes, it is. It pulls to one side now, but it still goes down the track just fine. Let me see. How's the shoulder holding up, Daryl? Thank you. The shoulder is doing okay. It's um still painful, but at least I have good movement. It's going to be another 6 months or more before I, get to feeling pretty good. Um, Andreas, how's the new Cars and Cameras workshop going? It's going good. Um, Still need to do electricity. That we have electricity in there, but it's not finished up. Heating and air conditioning, all that stuff. So the shop is coming up. So Scott wants to know, how much horsepower do you think you can get out of a 670? Well, we had 55 in ours, naturally aspirated. You can get more if you turbocharge it or supercharge it, but 55's plenty it's pretty good. Let me see. Have you guys thought about coming? Let me see. Wes wants to know if we thought about going to the Hatfield and McCoy trails in southern West Virginia. I'd like to do that. Nate, will a 283 blow at 5,500 RPM? I had a 283 in my truck at one time, and I have seen $8,000 out of that thing. I mean, sure, you can probably blow it up, but 5,500, nah, you ought to be good 5,500. Ashley wants to know about the next Busco trip. I'm not sure. The springtime, should be in springtime. So let's see, we're at 32 minutes. So any other last questions put out there, guys? Because I'm fixing to head to lunch. Matthew, thank you for your contribution. Coffin cart. And I love you and what you and John Charles are doing. Keep it up the good work, guys. Thank you. Matthew, man, I was planning on doing a coffin cart this year, but sometimes just time flies by and you run out of time. So maybe this coming Halloween we'll get the coffin cart. I've got the coffin and we got the go-karts. We just got to combine the two and get a coffin cart. Kyle, what's up, dude? Steven, no, we don't need any extra help right now. Did I miss the snowmobile video? Drews is asking. No, we don't have any snow yet. Patrick says 283 with steel crank will hit 7,500 no problem. Like I said, I've had mine at 8, and it was a 58 model. Airboat talked about it. Doc Holiday, I like that. Ike, be safe, drive careless. Ain't no problem there. I do that. What is... So, I think that's about it, guys. I think about 35 minutes is enough to talk. Manic Mechanic says, have you ever thought about coming to the UK? I would love to come to the UK. It would be a dream come true. Would love to do that. All right, guys. Let me see. Oh, the pond's doing good. Yeah, kill and rebuild. Have a Merry Christmas. I appreciate it. William, the CT90's in the garage. Boozer 777. Yes, I did sell the boat. I got 6,000 for it. I thought that was pretty good. Lord, goat and nanny, keep the rubber side down. You too, man. Thank you. Oh, Cody, hello. How are you today? I'm good, man. Uh, when is the next road trip? Don't know. Kyle wants to know, you get the stang running good? Actually, yes. And the bolt is still in the oil pan. I will get it out on a later date when I drop the pan. I didn't want to take the pan bolt, drop the pan, and then find out that it had a horrible rod knock. So, guys, I appreciate y'all watching. I'm going to try to edit a video to come out like midweek on like a photo dump of my scuba diving trip with like music. So it'll probably be a 30-minute video or something. It's just to throw out there like a bonus. My next video might be a Nissan Pathfinder. Since I'm here at John's, I don't have any of my classic stuff here. So I'll probably be working on Taylor's Nissan Pathfinder and trying to find why is it rod knocking. I don't think it's a rod knock. I think there's something stuck in between the piston and the head. So appreciate you watching, guys. I will catch y'all later. And don't give up on me. There's going to be more car content, definitely. I just, working with cars and cameras and going in between the house and here, it's a little tough for me to keep up with car videos every week. Plus, I really messed up with my computer day before yesterday and lost 2 weeks worth of 2 weeks worth of footage, which is put me in a bind. Don, I do not have any kids. Not yet. So thanks for watching, guys. I will catch y'all later.